Hey guys, it's Mike with Riding in the Ozarks, and today we're going to talk about some new Harley Davidson recalls that have just been announced in the last couple weeks. Here we are coming into late October, and there's been 2 more recalls announced. Now, I did a video back late September about a recall on the new touring models, and you can go watch that. I'll put a link to it in the description down below if you want to know more details, but essentially that recall was for the new designed touring models, the 2024 Road Glide, Street Glide, the 23.5 CVOs with the new design, and it's where a cable could be rubbing against the engine and cause it to short out, things like that. Like I said, just link in the description. Go check out the NHTSA website, put your VIN number in if you want to know more about that recall. But I'm going to talk about these 2 new recalls, but I also want to talk about something else. I don't put these videos out because I want a bunch of views. To be honest, I could do other videos to get more views. That's not why I make videos. I didn't even know if I wanted to make this video because I saw someone make a recall video recently and it was, well, full of shit. And, so it kind of turned me off on that doing it. But I've had a lot of people in the past thank me for making these videos. Some of you may say, well, Harley's going to contact you anyway. Well, the fact is, they have to know how to contact you. Some of these recalls are for bikes that are 4, 5, 6 years old. And if you have moved and you've changed your email or other contact information and you didn't let Harley know, how are they going to contact you? So I do this kind of as a public service for the people that watch my channel. Now, there was a short video I saw recently where someone said like 2020 to 2023 Street Glides had a brake problem and there was a recall for it. And they didn't mention any campaign numbers, no details. The guy rides an Indian, but he wanted to point out that Harley had another recall. And you could tell he was kind of sour against it or whatever. Made a kind of backhanded comment. I know this is going to piss some of you off. It was bullshit. There is no recall that he talked about related to the brakes themselves. The last recall for a 2022 Street Glide was in 2022, and it was for a brake illumination problem. So now this guy got his information from a bad source because I saw it. There was a news article that said this. He read that paragraph and then just made a video on it without ever doing any fact checking, and it was not a legitimate website like motorcycle.com or ADV Rider or any of those. It was something I'd never heard of. And sure enough, I went and checked the NHTSA website and there was no recall that he was talking about. It had been 2 years since the last recall in those particular models. So if you see videos like this, if there's no real facts in it, no specifics, then maybe you should, double check it before you get too excited about it, because unfortunately we have some people out there that are not doing their job before they report on stuff like this and actually doing any kind of fact checking at all. They're just repeating stuff to inflame people and get views because they ride an Indian and this is a recall for a Harley, and that's damned unfortunate. Let's get on. I'm off my soapbox. Let's get on with the recall information. So early October, there was a recall for 13,000 motorcycles made from 2018 to 2019. This is really not a big deal if you know how to properly inflate your tires, but the sticker that was put on the frame had some misprinted information that could cause you to inflate your tires improperly for the load. I don't know if too many people look at the sticker on their frame. I refer to the owner's manual. I refer to the tire. I've never really looked at the sticker on the frame to determine how to inflate my tires, but there's a fix for that. They'll give you a new sticker. Again, there is a recall on the NHTSA website, so I think this was for street bobs and lowriders. So if you have a 2018, 2019 and you want to know if this affects you, go put your VIN in the website. Again, link down below and check it out. Now, this next recall that was announced last week is a little bigger deal. And this is for the 2022 to 2024 lowrider STs and the FX lowrider STs, which would be like the El Diablo and stuff, I think. The ones that are designed to look like the FXR. So anyway, those were special edition bikes. There's not as many of those. But this one's a little more significant, but the fix again is a zip tie. So if you don't want to go to the dealership, you can probably, do this yourself if you look up and see where the problem is. But what it is a front brake line can rub on the fuel tank. So if you pull your fuel tank and you inspect and you see where it's rubbing on a line, then you need to zip tie that back. And my understanding is that is the fix, it's a zip tie. I talked to a dealership last week. They did not have the stuff in to do the fix officially from Harley Davidson. So he said, if you bring your bike in, we're supposed to ground it and not let you ride it until we get it fixed if it has this issue. But apparently the front brake line can rub and ended up leaking, causing a loss of brake power to the front brakes, which is really important because that is the brake you should primarily be using unless you're on gravel or some road surface that is not, good traction. Never grab your front brake in loose gravel, but on the road, your front brake is your primary stopping power. That has more effect than your rear brake for bringing your motorcycle to a stop. So this is very important. You don't want to lose your front braking power because of a loss of fluid. So I definitely recommend check your VIN, see if your bike is affected, call your dealer, and go get that fixed. All right, now I got other videos to go make. Y'all stay safe, keep on riding, and we'll see you in the next one.